okay, this is how your emotions can affect your ability to be aggressive. Obviously, if you're scared, you're not going to be very aggressive because you're frightful and you're like, you're protecting. Think about this: a basketball player, the guy just gets on a roll, all right, and just working the ball down the field and on the court, always trying to move the ball, always trying to score, and then even if they miss, it's like no big deal. They jog back, they get the ball back, and then it goes in, and you create momentum, right? It's like when you're being aggressive, you create emotional momentum. A quarterback does that in football too. A soccer player, a soccer team that's working in unison. It's like they just keep putting shots on goal. A wrestler is much the same way. And any wrestler who locks up when the ref blows the whistle, you can tell there's it's just the fight or flight response. And you can win matches that way. So your goal is to engage, and this is in our book, right? If you guys have that, it's very good. The Purler way. It's just like our way, our approach. It's very good. We talk about that in a lot of our videos. We talk about that. You create momentum for yourself. It doesn't happen when you step on the line the first match of the year. And you can lose momentum. You got to get it back, right? So, at practice, how do you practice this? At practice, you got to say, I love this. I want to be here. This is fun. I love wrestling. Remind yourself that you love it. Sometimes you have to remind yourself because maybe it's hard. Maybe you're stressed out. You got a lot of homework, and maybe you just need a day off, and coach didn't give you one, and it's going to be a hard practice, and you're weight cutting, right? But you remind yourself that you love it. Same way to tournament. Even if it's early, you didn't sleep well, the weight cut was bad, you didn't recover well, you try to trick your emotions, like, I want to do this, I'm a wrestler, I'm an athlete, I signed up for this, I love this stuff. And emotionally you get up for the match. Maybe a little bit of anger. This is a fight, this is wrestling, okay? I mean, you got to be ready to throw down when it's time to throw down. These little fights, there's fights in matches. John Smith said that. He's like, sometimes it's just backyard wrestling, like two kids fighting in the backyard. One guy's just got to man up and fight and one up more than the other. You got to be ready to go there. But not a lot of anger, and beyond not just anger, what I'm talking about is it's like your love of the game, your desire. I want to be here, I want to do this. So there's excitement, there's a challenge. And you do that in practice. And you practice getting emotionally ready for practice. And when it's time for live wrestling, you get a drink, you take a deep breath, you're like, okay, let's go. I'm ready to strike. And coach blows the whistle, you start circling and moving your feet a little bit, and you're trying to find that rhythm and that takedown rhythm that we all have a different rhythm. Jordan Burroughs has a different rhythm on the mat than like David Taylor, 2 Olympic champions. Kyle Schneider has a different rhythm, much slower, but he's got some kind of a little rhythm going. You can watch, he wants to be there. He's operating at a high level, and all 8 cylinders are firing. Jordan Burroughs too, but maybe a little bit more explosive off of the line. David Taylor a little bit more motion. It doesn't matter how you decide to do it, but it's like internally. So it's an emotional thing. It's not just technical. It is something that you can practice. It's something that you can practice. And as an athlete, I wasn't intentional about this. Some days I was like, dude, I just literally don't think anybody can beat me today. Or a tournament, I'm like, dude, this is... But then another tournament, you might be normal. And then another, you want to replicate that. And sometimes you do have to fake it. And you're like, okay, now I will stand up and I will walk onto the wrestling mat and I will get happy and excited and engage in fun, exciting thoughts about the battle and the fighting and the scrapping and the hitting and the attacking and how fun it's going to be. Now I will get on the wrestling mat. I've done warmed up and stretched out. Now I'm going to emotionally get excited and invested in today's competition or today's match or practice. Here I go. And you just start doing it. Okay? So, engage in this kind of activity is going to help you tremendously. Good luck. Hope you have awesome success.